episode, we showed you Ottawa, Canada, and then Mike went to Fort Pierce, Florida, where he was ready to start the first leg of the journey. So he was unpacking a whole bunch of stuff, and we talked about all of his preparations and great work. And then he actually left the marina in Fort Pierce, had a bit of a false start, but then took off. So Mike, remind me why you left so late in the day.
Okay, well, that's a bit of a story. There's just a laundry list of stuff that had to be done. So we had to switch out both props that had been damaged previously. If you saw the launch video, you might remember that. So I had to swap out the props, and what was the other thing I had to do? Change the oil on the motors and finish the electrical work that was being done.
So there's a bunch of work to do, and then he was able to take off. And this plan for the trip is to go from Fort Pierce, Florida to Myrtle Beach. And today the goal was to get to Cocoa Beach.
North Fort Pierce Bridge. This is high five. High
5, North Bridge.
North Bridge, we're approaching from the south, just coming out of Harbortown Marina, and are looking for an opening.
Oh, you're in luck. I just happened to have one.
Fabulous. Thank you so much for that. I appreciate it. Can you see me?
Yeah, can you see me?
Yeah, I think I can. You look very good from here.
Yeah, pretty large.
You'll be my first opening bridge, so thank you very much in advance.
Make a wish.
Yes, sir.
Attention, North Bridge is preparing to open. Requesting vessels, please remain outside the fenders until the bridge is fully raised.
So that's like an open channel, like, for everybody?
It's a specific channel for the
ICW?
for the ICW bridges.
So everybody that's in there pretty much has that one, eh?
Yeah.
Because I just saw him go back into the booth. There we go.
So Mike, this is your first official bridge opening?
It's even my first unofficial bridge opening. It's just my first bridge opening. yeah, it was funny. The guy made it a little less stressful by being entertaining on the radio, but yeah. So what do I have to say? It's a little nerve-wracking to bring your boat under your first bridge, and I'm just getting used to managing the controls and pointing the thing in the right direction, let alone threading the needle of a bridge opening. But honestly, it wasn't too hard. The guy was pretty funny. So.
And it was pretty much right outside of the marina when you left the marina, right? So
exactly.
It happened right away.
Exactly. What you're seeing here is basically the entire trip from the marina to the bridge. It's very, very much right there.
And so you hadn't really, because this is your first time being the captain of the boat, so you didn't have a lot of practice necessarily maneuvering it or anything.
No, I had pretty much no practice maneuvering it on my own. Without Kerry's supervision.
So now you had a crew of, was it 4 guys watching you? So you wanted to make sure you didn't make a fool of yourself.
4 guys, a bridge operator, and everybody else that was standing there or stuck up there waiting for our boat to go through.
Well, he did seem like a pretty awesome bridge operator, that's for sure.
Yes.
Something to do, give them some maps.
I'll file that away in my log. Thank you very much, North Fort Pierce Bridge.
Please repeat the name of your vessel.
The name of my vessel is High 5.
Roger that, High 5. Travel safely. Break, break. Caution, caution. Rope bridge spans are now lowering.
What did you say about the mops, man?
It says we need to get our crew doing something useful, give them some mops or something.
Oh, man.
There you go, Christopher. What do you think?
Yeah. I try not to think at all.
It's a really good plan.
Yeah.
Just go.
Just do things.
Yeah, just go between the boys.
Yeah, go between them. That's the key.
Not bad. Yeah, this isn't fun. I'm not having a good time. I'm gonna stay home.
Yeah.
So, Mike, this is you going along the ICW, is that right?
Is that it? Yeah. yeah, it is.
Well, I wasn't there, so
Yeah.
tell me what exactly, is happening. Like, what is this all about?
Well, the ICW is the intracoastal waterway, which means it's a section of water that's for people who are not really wanting to go out there on the ocean all the time to get from point A to point B. So it's a canal network and river network that basically gets you in protected areas from all the way down in Florida, quite a bit up north into, I think, Virginia is where it stops.
And so far on day one, you're pretty much just motoring through the ICW. Does that mean you can't really sail along it, or what's the story?
Absolutely. So it's certainly possible to sail if the wind is favorable, but often enough it doesn't work out. And there are a lot of twists and turns in there. And much of our trip, we were unfortunately faced with a north wind, which of course north was the direction we were going, so we can't really sail into the wind straight in there. And it's narrow to extremely narrow, and shallow to extremely shallow in places.
And you've plotted out some points along this where you can actually go out on the ocean, but not on the first day when you're trying to make up time.
Well, not just make up time, but also, the first day of operating my boat is probably not the day I want to venture out into the Atlantic with a crew of, yeah.
So you just took it easy and motored along and kind of got used to maneuvering the boat, all that kind of thing.
Yeah, and messed around with my chart plotter a lot. You'll see me poking at that a fair bit, and looked at the beautiful scenery, the stuff. You've seen some big houses go by, and it's just an interesting place to watch.
And there's a lot to see, and there's also dolphins and other things that I noticed that you see.
Wow. This is crazy.
Yeah, there's
How many of them are there? It's like 20?
that, I mean.
Wow. Unbelievable.
Right under the boat.
Talk about distracted driving here.
Oh wow, yeah, right there. They're following us.
They are following us.
So I won't lie that I'm pretty jealous that you got to see so many dolphins around the boat, and it seemed like the guys liked it as well.
They did. It was a photo frenzy.
Yeah, there's lots of tourism so far by your crew.
We do look like bad tourists at some points.
Well, it is your first day of the trip,
It
so
is.
presumably you're going to get more into the rhythm of everything.
Absolutely, yeah. And we just got the real pleasure of enjoying some warm weather and really strong sunshine.
I see you've got a sail out. Is that more for show or
I do.
what?
Oh yes, it's to look good on film. No, it's doing a little tiny bit here. It gave us about 3/4 of a knot on this stretch. It was just a little bit of wind was out, so I figured I'd toss it out, and off we went. And of course, eventually, when you make the turns, you got to eventually pull it in.
So first day, you didn't quite make it to Cocoa Beach, but you did get reasonably far and almost as far as you wanted to.
Almost. It was darn close. So we did well.